From Amateur Radio Newsline Report number 2077, these are the Ham Nation headlines for Wednesday, August 23rd, 2017. For a while, hope was still alive for some radio listeners after the Australian Broadcasting Corporation pulled the plug on its shortwave service. Not anymore.
There'll be no restoration of shortwave service for the Australian Broadcasting Corporation. The Australian Senate has voted down a measure that would have put the transmissions back on the air. South Australian Senator Nick Xenophon was among those who fought for Radio Australia to go back on the air following its termination in January. He called the shutdown a foreign policy failure, noting that a number of Pacific Island communities in remote areas, such as the Solomon Islands and Papua New Guinea, relied on it. The transmissions covered remote parts of northern Australia as well. At the time the service termination was announced, the ABC declared shortwave to be outdated and indicated its closure would save $1.9 million, which could be better spent on additional content and services to customers. It said it would reinvest that sum by expanding audience content and services. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm John Williams, VK4JJW.
Paying for a de-expedition can be as big a deal as the de-expedition itself, but the radio operators heading next year to Bouvet Island just got a major boost.
Never mind what the calendar says, 2018 just got a whole lot closer for the Bouvet Island de-expedition team 3 Yankees 0 Zulu. The Hams just received a $100,000 grant, the largest ever given by the Northern California DX Foundation, for their ambitious undertaking early next year. The international team has been active on 7 continents and with a fundraising goal of $740,500 is looking to have its operators active on what some have called the world's most isolated island, 1,000 miles north of the Antarctic, where 97% of its surface is covered in ice. The team has already gotten support from the German DX Foundation, the Eastern Iowa DX Association, the Twin City DX Association, and the Greater Milwaukee DX Association, amongst numerous others. Bouvet Island, which has had just a handful of activations, is presently the second most wanted entity on the DXCC list. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Jason Daniels, VK2LAW.
Finally this week, as we at Newsline bask in the glow of the Young Ham of the Year Award presentation this past weekend, we're reminded that healthy kids are a true blessing, but not all are so lucky. Newsline's Christian Kudnick, K0STH, has a way to make life a little happier for one little boy whose life is anything but easy.
Oakley Savickas is a 6-year-old boy from Alma, Michigan. He was born with a rare birth defect called prune belly syndrome. It's so rare, his doctors say his future is unknown. As a parent, it's the unthinkable. His story surfaces in a flood of news that focuses on things that divide us. On September 3rd, Oakley turned 7. With all of his challenges in life, all he's asking for is birthday cards. Mom says receiving mail keeps him busy, and it makes him happy. I'm asking the amateur radio community to repurpose their QSL cards. Normally, we send cards after a contact. Let's use them as birthday cards and do something that's positive for a little boy and a family that really needs it right now. We all want a better future for our children. Maybe this simple act can help us get closer to the things that bring us together. And maybe he'll write back.
That address is Oakley Savickas, P.O. Box 201, Alma, Michigan, USA, 48801. And for the rest of this week's Amateur Radio News, please listen to the full Amateur Radio Newsline report online, on a repeater near you, or on shortwave radio station WTWW at 9930 and 5085 kilohertz. And that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline, your independent source for amateur radio news for 4 decades and counting at www.arnewsline.org. With John Williams, VK4JJW, Jason Daniels, VK2LAW, Christian Kudnick, K0STH, Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team across the globe. I'm Don Wilbanks, AE5DW. 7-3. We'll see you next time here on Ham Nation.